Now, on the line is Geneviève Beauchemin. She is at the courthouse. Geneviève, what happened in court?
Well, it was a very short appearance. When Magnotta was brought in through a live video conferencing in another room elsewhere at the detention center, the courtroom was packed. There was a second room, also an overflow room that was there. He came in. He was asked, his lawyer was asked whether how he would plead. He waived the reading of the charges, so there were 5 charges that have been laid, but we haven't gotten the paper copy of those charges. We do know that they include first-degree murder and 4 others that we'll find out a little bit more this afternoon. And what he said was that not guilty to all those charges. And then his lawyer asked for a delay. There will be the proceedings that will happen again next Thursday. He asked for a delay to decide whether to seek a psychiatric evaluation. So that will happen next Thursday.
All right, and what was the reaction in the courtroom when he pleaded not guilty?
There was no reaction, actually. It was a very quiet courtroom. Everybody was seated there. There were some onlookers, but mostly the main room was filled with journalists and no reaction at that time. Both Crown prosecutors just talked about the case here. They were asked about the not guilty plea and what this will mean in terms of a trial and just how long it might last. And they say it's impossible to know just how long this might go through in the court system, but certainly all jury trials, they say, are long, and this, of course, is a case that is particular because of just how much attention there has been to this. So they know this, they're prepared for it, and they say that they will be looking at more of the details as days and weeks to come.
Absolutely. And talk to us about those that were in the courtroom. Was it just media, or was there any sense, do you know at all at this time, and it might be too early to tell, if Lin Jun's family was in the courtroom?
No, I don't believe the family of the victim was in the courtroom.
Okay.
There were a lot of journalists, and most of them, and then a few onlookers as well, but mostly, as I say, some of my colleagues.
And who is representing Magnotta at this time? Is this just an appointed lawyer? Was anything discussed like that?
Nothing was discussed about that trial. It is a lawyer, Maître Panaccio. I'm not exactly clear of his track record. I'm not exactly clear whether he was appointed or was chosen by Magnotta. This is something we'll look into. He declined comment when he exited the courtroom.
And so describe the scene right now.
Well, right now, people, it's just that the media interviews have just been over with the Crown prosecutors who said that they would agree to interviews today, but that during the trial they would not speak, that they would talk to us at the end of it. So now people are just exiting now. It's all very quickly leaving as people are returning back to their stations, I guess, to fill the story. But it is a bit of a quieter courtroom now. There was quite a few journalists. The media scrum around the 2 lawyers was huge. A number of cameras, a number of print journalists, so quite a few people at that time.
Jen, what can you tell us about charges? We had heard that there might be more charges brought forward against him. What are you hearing?
No, at the moment it is the same charges that that were included in the arrest warrant, those 5 charges, and I'm trying to remember offhand all of them. The Crown prosecutor said he didn't want to read them out when he was in the scrum earlier, and so then they were not read in court. But we do know that there were charges of first-degree murder, indignity to a human body, and charges, and I'm not sure of the exact wording about the harassment to the Prime Minister, but that's again, I'm not sure of the exact wording of that particular charge.
Okay, we really appreciate it. CTV's Geneviève Beauchemin with this breaking news that Luka Magnotta has pleaded not guilty to all 5 charges. Thanks so much, Jen.
Goodbye, Amanda.